explosion back in a full beat.
You just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders. It's time. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day, call, got the keys to the soul. Land of the dogs, now I'm barking in cold. Ice in my veins and my story been told. Brown and orange dripping heavy on my chain. Legacy rich, but I'm built from the pain. Pocket too clean, they ain't touching the frame. Shedeur Sanders, remember the name. Shadeur to the lane, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From primetime blood, now the whole city waving. From Colorado lights to the dog pound nation. Shedeur the savior, straight domination. Let's roll. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights. Manifested every pass.
I ain't getting no views on those.
Now
I already know it.
Where the underdogs bite.
Already know it. What going on? I need y'all 6 to hit that like button. Going crazy in here, man. I told y'all. I told y'all. Asante Samuel, man, on his show, he was talking about Shedeur and the verbiage and the terminology. I told y'all back when I was talking about, they were saying Shedeur had that install and then couldn't find the errors. And I told y'all about the verbiage and how he gonna know what to catch if he don't understand the verbiage. Same thing with Jaxson Dart, but we already know Jaxson Dart didn't have no playbook. Video coming soon about the interview tapes again. Yeah, we doing it again. I'm telling y'all, man, hit that like button. Let's go. What's going on, sell mode? Asante Samuel right here gonna explain. Maybe y'all listen from an NFL, a former NFL player that actually won a Super Bowl. He's saying the same exact thing I said. Same exact thing.
And you see, like, him going through progressions and everything. He's making the right play. Just because he's not understanding the verbiage before training camp even starts, we didn't even get into training camp yet. I mean, we still got some time to learn. Like, you put all this pressure on him before it's even time to learn, and he's got plenty of time to learn the verbiage. That's how I feel, man. You're gonna have 1,000 meetings. You're gonna have 1,000 meetings. You're gonna have 1,000 practices before even the first preseason game even starts. Then you got the whole preseason to learn all the terminology and things like that, because every coordinator got a different let's be real. Every coordinator got different like terminology. Like,
right.
You gotta,
so let me it's like we said, like, bro, the terminology and the verbiage. This is what this is boiling down to now. Like, this is why I say Shedeur Sanders is under attack. I mean, this has got to be the weirdest takes people are having about Shedeur Sanders, man. And this one, man, this one is so stupid, man, to let this come out of his mouth. Whoever this guy is, no disrespect, I didn't learn who he is, but whoever he is, man, this sounds so crazy. Learning the terminology and the verbiage is something that is taught to be understood from whatever team you get drafted on or play on. Every team doesn't use the same language for play calls or recognizing the defense or offensive formation. Everybody terminology and verbiage isn't the same. For example, one team may call 2-man And another team may call or may say cover 5 or man underneath, which is basically you have the safeties over the top protecting you from any deep routes for the defensive backs. So it could be 2-man, man underneath, or cover 5. Different terminology, different verbiage, right? Simple as that. On offense, the coach may call a route a dig route. Another team may call it a square in or a drag route. But you learn these things when you get to your team. There are so many different examples I could use to understand, to make my point. But to say this man doesn't understand the terminology and the verbiage, then in the same sentence to come out there and say he's making all the great plays and once he gets on the field, he's executing properly, then obviously he understands what he needs to be doing. Just because he doesn't say pro set and the coach says pro set and he may say pro right or something, that doesn't mean nothing, man. It's like people are using Shedeur Sanders' name for likes, views, to monetize and things like that. But it's like, come on, you have to give him a fair chance. Like, Shedeur's out there making some exciting plays and some exciting throws. I don't know what else to say, man. It's like these people will not let up. They will not.
Man, they're ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, man. I said the same exact thing when I first brought up the interview tapes, man. They were saying he didn't catch them errors in the install. Asante Samuel just said the same exact thing I said when I broke it down. I told y'all, I was like, man, ain't no way in the world you tell me Jaxson Dart found all them errors in that playbook, but we already know he didn't get one. And you saying Shedeur didn't catch the errors when exactly what I just said, the verbiage and the terminology is different. Red don't mean red. Red means something in Colorado. It don't mean the same in the Browns. Red don't mean the same. It means something different. He just broke it down with a defensive coverage. Cover 2, cover 5, man underneath. Cover 2 man. It all means something different. The terminology, but it all means the same thing. Or vice versa. Cover 2, man, cover 5, in his case, mean the same thing. Red at Colorado versus red at the Browns, totally different. That's what I was trying to tell you, man. Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me Shedeur don't know nothing if he out there got the high completion percentage. How he not know the playbook and the terminology if he got the high completion percentage? That means he know what he doing. Because if he didn't know what he was doing, he'd be down there with the percentage with Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. Because that makes more sense, man. If you know what you doing, then you gonna throw this ain't just basketball. Go out there and just put the hoop up. Just shoot the ball, get it in the hoop, play defense. No. Football, you got to learn to play. If you don't know where your receiver going, you throwing an interception. If you don't know what you're doing, you're not playing. Yeah, I always pull back up. I had it in the arsenal. I'm trying to edit it. I'm trying to edit the video way more professional than I ever edited it before. That's why it's taking me so long. Because this mess is hard. To just not put out the video. I'm trying to give y'all quality. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you a little quality. I'm trying to zoom in, put some B-roll in there and all that, but it's taking a little longer than what I thought, you know, okay, I'm trying to do all this other stuff when I'm not on the camera with y'all, but then I come out here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and give y'all some entertainment, talking about Shedeur, and finding some more information, debunking and everything. So, yeah, it's taking me a little while, and I'm going to have to leave. That's why I had to go early, but this going to end soon. So, Saturday nights, I'm probably pretty sure I'm about to be going live later, like I did last Saturday. But, you know, that was a special live, so we're going to end up getting more special lives after this. I ain't even watched no fall. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even watched no fall. So with that being said, it's like everything Shedeur do, he getting attacked. Like Asante Samuel said, he getting attacked on everything he do. Not only do he got to battle the quarterback position at the Browns, he got to battle everybody that got drafted before him, man. Cam Ward, Tyler Shough, Jaxson Dart, and Dillon Gabriel. He got to battle everybody. And it's so hard to find stuff on Cam Ward, Tyler Shough, and Jaxson Dart. It's ridiculous How you can't find no clips, and I'm talking about full team clips. I ain't just talking about this right here. I'm talking about full team clips. You can't find nothing. You can't find nothing. I'm telling you. It's one clip of Cam Warren throwing the ball in team drills, the Calvin Ridley, and that was it. That was it. But everything Shedeur do is getting recorded, documented, scrutinized, lied about, talked about, monetized, everything. It's crazy. Widespread NFL belief is Brown will cut one of Colorado Buffalo's football legends, Shedeur Sanders, Dillon Gabriel, Joe Flacco, or Kenny Pickett. Why they had to put one of Colorado Buffalo's legends, Shedeur Sanders? I don't think they cut nobody. The only person they could cut is Joe Flacco. Everybody else got value, trade value. Shedeur got trade value, Dillon Gabriel got trade value, and Kenny Pickett got trade value. Now, I don't know exactly what the trade value is, but all three of them have trade value. Joe Flacco has none. He is 40 years old. You not trading, you can't, who you going to trade a 40-year-old quarterback that's probably going to play just this season and become a free agent again and might even retire? You not trading him. Y'all got to get logical with this thing now. Logical with this thing. Kenny Pickett still young. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur are rookies. They have more value. They have more trade value than Joe Flacco. The only one that can get cut is Joe Flacco. I'm telling you, man. This makes no sense. Why you even write this article, man? That's why I'm telling you. They blowing this out of proportion. Now you got to fight speeding tickets? Speeding tickets to determine what you doing on the football field. No, bro. No. If y'all overlook Josh Gordon, if y'all overlook Deshaun Watson, if y'all overlook Johnny Manziel, if y'all overlook Baker Mayfield, all they problems, and Shedeur gets speeding tickets, and we keep talking about Shedeur with speeding tickets, when all those I just named done did way worse, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm telling you, I can't find too much of nothing on Cam Ward, Tyler Shough, and Jaxson Dart. I'm telling you, it's no team stuff at all. Talking about the interviews. I pulled them all up so y'all can see me going through them and y'all can see. Look at Tyler Shough. And he holding out on his contract right now. I don't know how in the world he got drafted before Shedeur, but I ain't no NFL GM. I'm just a fan of Shedeur, and like y'all, I'm just watching. And y'all already know. This dude got a chance. He got a chance to start out there in the Saints after Derek Carr surprisingly retired. Or maybe the Saints already knew that why they drafted a quarterback in round 2. In a 26-year-old Tyler Shough. Man, I remember that girl told me, I was 24. She said I was old in football years. I'm like, oh my goodness. This man 26. So what that make him? You know what I'm saying? Different time though. Different time though. 7 years in college. 7 years in college. Hey, it's different time. Different time. Different time. Where that article at? I think it's this one right here. Yup, right here. Former Louisville quarterback Tyler Shough presses Saints with bold contract demand. The second round signings have come to a grinding halt because of the 40th overall pick Tyler Shough, who was the 8th player selected in the round. According to sources, Shough is insisting on a fully guaranteed contract since he is expecting to be the New Orleans Saints starter quarterback for the 2025 regular season opener with Derek Carr recently retiring. That's why he holding out right now. That's why he holding out, and he holding out for his fully guaranteed contract. Trying to get a fully, it should Majority of it is, but as we learned with Stewart, Shamar Stewart over there at the Bengals, if y'all don't know about that, he was holding out because he wanted a clause in his contract, I think took out. Is either put in or taken out about basically if he get in trouble or something like that or something happen off the field, I think that he would still get his money. Basically, that's the easiest way to put it. I ain't dive deep into it. I just listened to it and read the little thing and heard what he said on the video. But, so Tyler Shough won his whole contract fully guaranteed. He probably ain't even up here. Nope. Okay, he ain't signed yet, so we got to go right here. Go to the draft, second round. Boom, right here, 40th pick, $10.7 million. He be able to get $10.7 million. Can y'all see that? My camera in the way. The 40th pick right there. It won't even let me highlight it. Right there where my mouse at. 40th pick. See, I get it. Right there, right above my screen. Right above my camera. $10.7 million. That's what Tyler Shough holding out for. He want the whole $10.7 million fully guaranteed. He got a $4.4 million signing bonus. And we already know Shedeur only got a $400,000 signing bonus. That's the difference between getting drafted in the first, second round into the fifth round. Projected in the first round, top 5, top 10 pick. Shedeur lost probably maybe $40 million. $40 million to $38 million Shedeur lost just by getting drafted in the fifth round. Meanwhile, Tyler Shough only played one full season in college, threw over 3,000 yards for the first time, and got drafted in the second round with the 8th pick, 40th overall pick. Y'all do the math. What's going on, 420? Yep. 4 years of regular grad school, then graduate school 1 to 2 years. This man had 7. Granted, he was hurt, but that doesn't excuse anything. They make it even worse for me. If I'm drafting a quarterback that was hurt majority of his college career, that means he injury prone. So guess what's gonna happen when he get to the NFL? He ain't getting younger. He ain't getting younger. He getting older. And he already older. So if he been hurt that much in college, what you think gonna happen in the NFL? It only gonna take a couple of times where them big 350-pound linemen, 330-pound linemen come through that line and boom. Falcons just drafted 2 DNs. Young ones. Young Bulls. Wait till I start talking about them, the home team. That's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, you got Cam Ward up here. $48 million. $48.8 million. $32 million signing bonus. That's the difference. Let's just say Cleveland did draft Shedeur at number 2. Or Travis Hunter, like that, he's still gonna get the same amount, $46 million. Let's just say Cleveland did draft Shedeur at number 5. Mason Graham got $40 million, $26 million guaranteed. I'm telling you. Then you get this Jaxson Dart. He may become sooner than expected. May begin sooner than expected. What's going on up there? I ain't dive deep into it because I've been focusing on Shedeur. He got a chance to play pretty darn early. If you just kind of listen to the words of Brian the ball, and you get the sense this was his guy. He's invested in him, and he seems to really, really like him. It sounds a little different in the way he's talking about him. I don't think so. I really don't think so. You don't sign Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and Jameis Winston, a decent backup, and then you go back and draft a quarterback in the first round. You're not planning on playing that quarterback this year. That's my opinion. Because if you sign a Russell Wilson, then you already know what you're getting. And this is not a Joe Flacco type signing. This is not a Joe Flacco to the Browns type signing. Russell Wilson is younger, way more athletic. Both of them are bridge quarterbacks. But Russell Wilson, he closer to signing another contract with another team than Joe Flacco is. But we already know this is just a bridge year for the New York Giants. Russell Wilson, I think he's going to be the first black quarterback to start for the Giants. If this is becoming true, what they saying, then he's not going to play. But I don't see why you sign this man and pay him that money if you're not going to play him. Because Jaxson Dart getting $16.9 million, $8.9 million signing bonus is crazy. I'm what Russell Wilson making right now. Man, they got money. That's why they're going to get some of that money back. But you got to understand, that whole $230 million ain't like they paid it to Deshaun Watson this year. They've been paying it for the last 3 years. So they don't owe him that much more. We'll look at it. So look. I don't know, y'all can see it. Hold on. There it is. Right here. Contract. Russell Wilson only got a 1 year, $10.5 million contract with an $8 million signing bonus. He in the cap for $11 million. He got a base salary at $2 million. But like I said, bridge quarterback. That's the difference. 37, he a bridge quarterback. He's not going to be on the Giants next year. That's why they drafted Jaxson Dart. But Jaxson Dart playing this year, it depends on how they going in the season. But Russell Wilson right now going to start. The Browns is totally different. The quarterback position is wide open. What's going on? They probably going to do Dart like love. But, hey, I don't know. But like I said, it been said before, it's hard to find something on these guys for highlight clips. I can't find nothing. I'm talking about team rep, not no individual. I'm talking about actual team reps. Not no 7-on-7 neither. Look, they got a special team, but they ain't got no. That's all I got. But like I said, Jaxson Dart, that's another one. Then they said why they shouldn't rush him. But hey, you ain't gonna get no article about that about Shedeur. That's why I said he competing with Dillon Gabriel for the roster, for the starting spot, for some reason on the Browns, but he still got to compete against all these boys. Tyler Shough, Jaxson Dart, Cam Ward. He got to compete against them. And then if you want to Joe Jalen Milroe, who else was drafted before him? You got to throw them quarterbacks in there too if you want to, but we already know Jalen Milroe ain't going to play. They signed Sam Darnold. He's not playing up there in Seattle. Not right away. As long as Sam Darnold ain't hurt, he's not playing. So that's what I'm saying. Like this whole situation is kind of perfect for Shedeur to start, but it ain't at the same time because, like Asante Samuel said, if y'all just getting here, he not getting a fair chance. They saying he don't know the verbiage, but he got the high completion percentage in camp. For some reason, we keeping track of it. But since we keeping track of it, he got the high completion percentage out of all the quarterbacks, but he don't know the verbiage and the terminology or the playbook. He don't know nothing. Albert Beer, whatever his name is, said that. That's the reason why Shedeur failed. Like, no. What I was looking for. We looked at that yesterday. What y'all think? Man, look. That's the legendary effect. I mean, I can't tell you no different. I can't tell you, I don't know what this is, but I can't tell you no different. That is just, that's the type of effect he having. People expecting him to start, but I'm letting you know, temper your expectations because Dillon Gabriel probably gonna get out there before Shedeur. That's just the way it's looking right now. We ain't in training camp yet, but that's how it's looking. That's how it's looking right now. Even if Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett become the starter to start the season, I'm telling you right now, Dillon Gabriel, at this point, on June 21st, Dillon Gabriel probably going to get out there before Shedeur. Because everybody, after these speeding tickets, done switched up. I don't know what for, but they done switched up over a speeding ticket. That tells me a lot. I don't know what to tell y'all, but what it tells me is somebody been faking, somebody been lying. You say you like the boy, but you really don't care. In the back of your head, he get a speeding ticket, he mess up one time, I'm done with him. Colin Cowherd. Like, makes no sense. Makes no sense. Guy get a speeding ticket, now you done throw him under the, you don't even want to deal with him no more. A speeding ticket. They need to put me on a show. I'll tell them straight up. Joey about to eat them defensive zones up. That's his style of play. Cali was harder because it was always man defense. Yeah, he still prevailed. Hey, it depends on the team. I ain't even gonna say it was always man. It depends on the team. Miss TN and 420. What y'all got going on? Y'all need to take that off my line. Get each other number or something. Instagram, something. GG. That's all I'm gonna say.
If the season will start next week, we start Joe Flacco because he gives you the best chance to win. He's the guy that knows the playbook the best. He's worked with Kevin Stefanski. He's worked with the guys that's been in that huddle. So he's obviously your best chance to win. However, Joe Flacco, as for the past, 4 or 5 seasons, we've known him to fall off the cliff. He will give you this spark. It only lasts for so long, and then he will fall off a cliff. Knowing that, you have to make sure you have somebody ready after about 5 or 6 games that you're comfortable with going into the game. And if you're going off of just talent alone, then you will go with Shedeur Sanders. He would be the guy that I think that the team, when he goes in the game, teammates will be excited for that. He will raise the play of the people around him, the energy, the excitement, not just so the people on the field, but the fan base as well. Because I think a lot of fans are interested to see what Shedeur Sanders is doing. Obviously, you hear all these rumors about guys talking about how amazing he looks in practice. Problem is, he still hasn't taken reps with the ones, to my knowledge. So with that being said, you have to find a way to speed him up and get him ready to go. But I also understand I want to see Dillon Gabriel as well. Dillon Gabriel is the guy that they decided that they thought was their guy. They went into the draft, this is our guy. So much that they took him 1 to 2 rounds earlier than he was ever projected to go because they believe in that guy. And if you believe in a guy that much, you have to stand on it and put him out there at some point so we can see what you see. And I think that's how we should assess where the Cleveland Browns is as quarterbacks at identifying if they can identify a good quarterback player or not. Because like I said, they skipped over a ton of people to take Dillon Gabriel as their guy. So therefore, when he gets out there, whatever he does, good, bad, or indifferent, I will have an opinion of how the Cleveland Browns scout quarterbacks.
It don't matter. We already know how they scout quarterbacks. Shedeur should be the exception. Shedeur should be the exception. So now, since I said that, let me get back to my chat. Y'all tripping in here. Y'all need to go cake up, court each other, however old you is, whatever word you want to use, talk, communicate. Off my live. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if you single or not. Don't do that on my live. We talking about Shedeur and football. Not going out on dates. But yeah, everybody know Dillon Gabriel ain't better. They already had him projected and not better. He wasn't even projected to be drafted in the 3rd round. That's what I'm saying. How you running a 2-minute offense? I'm just talking about the Browns because we seen that. They did that at the last mini camp practice. And he don't know the verbiage? Get out of here, man. I know. Everybody talking about like that ain't no TRX. Mid-10. Look, I done told you now.
Scenario is
Really?
Kenny Pickett in general, because
Okay, you're convinced that Kenny Pickett is not going to work out. That's fine.
I'm not convinced that it's not going to work out. I just think that's like the clunkiest scenario is
Really?
Kenny Pickett in general, because I don't really understand where he fits in here. I think the path is probably is probably Joe Flacco as your starter, and then bridge to Shedeur or Dillon Gabriel, whichever one looks better, and you get both of those guys regular season cracks this season. Kenny Pickett is just a little bit lost on me because I don't really understand where he fits from day one. I've never really seen him play elite level quarterback. At best, I do think Stefanski can salvage his career into being some sort of game manager, but even that's a little bit hopeful. You know, I'm trying to sell myself here, Anthony, on a guy that could hopefully become a game manager, and that doesn't feel great.
I think the clunkiest situation is Joe Flacco, because no matter if he goes out and goes 17-0 or 0-17, he's really not going to be your quarterback next year.
I just think
Bar
that
none.
there's a world where Joe Flacco could at least show Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel how the NFL.
Why can't Kenny Pickett do that?
Why he had that dumb question at the end? That was stupid. You know why Kenny Pickett can't do that. Like, man, Kenny Pickett ain't did nothing in the NFL. Joe Flacco done won a Super Bowl. That's how he can show Shedeur. That's crazy. And yeah, that truck, crazy. My cousin got one. That desert storm one, whatever it is. It got a Hellcat engine in it, bro. Like, it gonna go fast. That's what it built for. You know what I'm saying? So people need to quit tripping and understand what type of car that is. I understand that, yes, it's dangerous to go that fast. But I'm not living in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You learn from it, move on. Don't do it again.
Sanders family, that's his last name. Like, your last name invites
I
it.
think it's that big of a deal, but the one thing that the naysayers can say is here's a red flag. Here's Shedeur Sanders in the news for something other than charity work and something other than quarterback play on the field in Berea with the Browns. That's the one thing that I don't love, is it gives the Shedeur haters, and there are plenty of them, just check my Twitter mentions, it gives them ammo, and I don't love that.
I mean, what? Like, his dad introduced us when he made him the starting quarterback at Jackson State. Like, he's had this spotlight on him. I think Daryl said it this morning, is every time he sneezes, it's a national story. Like, I mean, yeah, you can say that it's not great and that, okay, we're maybe blowing this a little bit out of proportion by even talking about a speeding ticket, but also it's Shedeur Sanders and it's the Sanders family. That's his last name. Like, your last name invites it into it. And also, he's a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, my buddy was like, oh, what if Shiloh Sanders got a ticket? Well, he was an undrafted free agent that does not play quarterback.
Free safety,
It
right.
would be on ESPN for sure. We would talk about it for sure, but he's a quarterback. And he's a quarterback with the last name of Sanders. So yes, we are going to talk about it. And yes, it is a story. Even if the story is just like, hey man, he's a young kid that's going way too fast. And as somebody said earlier on our station today, maybe he's just learning what it's like to be on his own for the first time.
I don't think it's that big.
He's saying some dumb stuff at the end of these clips. But no, man. No, he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Trust me, he probably not the only one. But the only reason, like he said, they talking about it. He a quarterback, first of all. Then he a black quarterback. First of all, he Shedeur Sanders. That's the first reason. Second reason, he a black quarterback. Then he a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Then they talked about him so much that he got all this hype around him that everybody love him or hate him. That's why they gonna bring and keep talking about a speeding ticket. A speeding ticket. GG, I'll be gone by the time you get back. LeBron did the same thing at 23 on the same interstate. Going 101, the same mile per hour. But I tell you, I should have got that clip. What Unc said. Shannon on nightcap. He's gonna be a GOAT.
Fourth thunk here.
I was playing here in Atlanta.
So,
Man,
something about speed and young. His last name isn't Sanders. His last name.
it's a fatal car accident. And that's the one thing you because you don't know I got a ticket and just irresponsible.
T-Cheese 215. If the Pacers win, is Pascal Siakam Finals MVP?
Gotta be responsible. I know. I done been there.
Damn.
Yeah, to appear. Man, put me. Look. I give
That in 12.
Anyway, I forgot where it was. It was on this video right here. Y'all can go watch that full video. But Joe Johnson, he talking about how he got a speeding ticket and got locked up. Yup, Memphis. Yup. Well, you talking about it yesterday. That live was horrible. That's why I had to come back to give y'all another one before I left. But yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Zach Edey, he was speeding over 100 miles an hour. I heard it was like a Kia Sorrento, but I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, man. It ain't even a double standard for Shedeur. It's like a quadruple standard. It's like a quadruple standard because this guy said it right here. They always gonna move the goalpost.
How we talk about Shedeur on every point. I've already talked about the thing that annoys me with moving goalpost on all of a sudden saying he's not pro ready. When that was literally not one of the things believed to be spoken about Shedeur anyways. But there's this kind of trend going. There's this trend going along where Shedeur is a 5th round pick, and you only saying that when it benefits your argument. Right? Like, if you don't want us to talk Shedeur being in this quarterback battle, it's like he's a 5th round pick. And you might have also said like 6 weeks ago, Shedeur was your favorite pick because you got 2nd round pick value in the 5th round. And I think that's one example. Guys, I don't care there's a 5th round pick anymore. I care where I think he was. I think he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. So to me, he's in the conversation. And by the way, I treat him as such in every regard. I don't think they should cut him if he doesn't win the job or if he's not one of the 3 best quarterbacks. I think he has the kind of talent that you hang on to and see if over time he can get something out if he's not ready now.
So I think the only version where I view like, hey, he was a 5th round pick is in an evaluation of Andrew Berry. Like, if Shedeur goes through and fails to the credit of Andrew Berry being able to draft, then Shedeur was a 5th round pick. Like, you actually use it on him. You should be holding that part of it against him. You shouldn't be going down the list and be like, oh, and I mean, they
Man, they saying that Shedeur on his own because he been with Dion all playing with under Dion. Like, that's a grown man, bro. Like, he a grown man. Like, you done lived at home with your parents up to whatever certain age. Pretty sure you was grown. For the most of everybody, you done lived in your house with your parents at least until you was 18 or longer. What do him supposedly branching out on his own got anything to do with a speeding ticket? That ain't got nothing to do with a speeding ticket. They ain't got nothing to do with how mature he is. Nothing. The folk just, where my picture at? I ain't even got it. Folk just picking something and trying to throw a dart at the board. That's all they doing. Here it is right here. They trying to do this right here. They trying to push Shedeur name up there and let me throw a dart and see what I can talk about next. That's what they doing. That's what I'm saying. This why yesterday I ain't even want to talk about it no more. Yesterday, that's why I ain't even want to talk about that mess no more. I was getting like, man, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this world so messed up that we got a president about to go to war. We about to go to war, and we sitting here talking about Shedeur getting speeding tickets. We talking about most about Shedeur getting a speeding ticket than we hear about what's going on in the world. I know it's a sports thing, but still. I'm like, man, if we scrutinize somebody for getting a speeding ticket, Shannon Sharp said he got 2 in 10 minutes. Go watch Nightcap on that video I just had up. He said he got 2 speeding tickets in 10 minutes. Yeah, it got rolling. But people don't know. When people don't know, they're going to say anything. When people don't know, they're going to say anything to people that going to believe anything. Because they don't know because they ain't looked it up. And guess what them people they talking to and believing it. They don't know and they believing it because they ain't going to look it up. That's how you can manipulate people and get them to do and say anything you want. That's what I was thinking about last night. That's why I didn't even want to talk about it. Boy, it's ridiculous. But hey, they gonna do it, man. I told y'all, fashion this seatbelt. Hold on to that rail.
Okay.
Make sure you're strapped in good. Cause that roller coaster about to get real rocky. We might even go upside down. Might have some big loops in it. I talked about that the other day, Simply Sarah, I talked about that the other day. That man timed it up. The way he timing it, that what makes me real particular. I want to say another word when I'm on YouTube. That make me real suspicious about his motives. Because the timing of him announcing this stuff. He come up a week before the draft talking about what happened with the Giants. If it did happen, only the Giants and whoever the Giants done talked to, they the only teams that knew about it. Until he come on national TV or radio, whatever it was, talking about Shedeur had a bad interview. But we already knew that was a lie. I got the video coming out tomorrow. Talking about the interview tapes again. So y'all be ready. I don't drink. Yeah, he need to focus on football. I mean, that's what he doing. He ain't doing. He don't do. He don't do no extracurricular activities that we know of that would cause him to get in like serious trouble besides a speeding ticket. But everybody drive. Everybody drives, so I don't know. But like I said, the timing of it, this man know training camp don't start until the end of July. We just now getting towards the end of June. Time flying. And it's becoming a repeat of American history, man. It don't matter what positivity he do or done did. It just take that one negative, and then boom, we get blown out of proportion. We talking about it forever. It gonna get brought up when the season start. This done happen in June. They're gonna talk about it in August and September. They're gonna talk about it in November, October, November. If he playing then and he playing bad, or even if he playing good, they still gonna talk about it. Man, we already know you're a hater. People Caleb Williams, like these guys in the NFL already, it's gonna take 2 to 3 to 4 years before you actually know. Same thing with Shedeur. We ain't gonna actually know what type of quarterback he is until 2 to 3, 4, 5 years. 2, 3, 4. You see what happened with Kenny Pickett. He going to his 4th year. We know what type of quarterback he is. Them first 2, he was the starter for the Steelers. Now, he battling, trying to stay in the NFL. That's just how it works. You don't know what Caleb Williams didn't have no good rookie season like that. Jane Daniels did. You know what I'm saying? So now, Bryce Young didn't have no good rookie season. Didn't have no good second season. Now in the 3rd year, okay, you better make a jump. You better show something now. Because if you don't show now something, you're not getting extended for your 2nd contract. And then you're going to be a glorified backup like Jameis Winston. And then you're going to be bouncing around to team trying to find a starting job. Nah, camp don't start. We got a whole nother month before camp start. You got a whole nother month. Like I said, you ain't gonna find out till 2 to 3 years from now what Shedeur is, what Caleb Williams is, what Jaden Daniels is, what Cam Ward is, what Tyler Shough is, what Jaxson Dart is. You ain't gonna know. Because even with Jaden Daniels doing what he did last season, get what? He got to duplicate it. If he don't duplicate it, he'll RG3. That's the best and simplest way to put it. He'll RG3. You have a good rookie season, a decent second season, then you fall off a cliff. That's why I like temper your expectations.
Got that. We got that. We got that.
Man, they can move in the goalpost. It ain't gonna matter what it is. It ain't gonna matter. They gonna move the goalpost. He got, Mary Kay said he got excellent arm strength. Before the draft, his arm got weak. He ain't got no arm strength. Look at that. Kevin almost failed catching that ball. That's the head coach. Shedeur said that a month ago. Shedeur said that in the interview a month ago when he first got there. He said some of the plays that are similar that they ran in Colorado because Pat Shurmur was the offensive coordinator for the Vikings and Stefanski was the quarterback coach or something like that. Assistant offensive coach. Let me just put it like that. When Pat Shurmur was there as the offensive coordinator. So that's where he got the offense from. He runs some stuff that's similar. Pretty sure he don't put in what he wanted to put in. But hey, everybody done exceeded 100. You done tested out your car before. Everybody done did it. You just ain't got caught. Now, I don't say do it on no regular, but you done did it before. Running back coach, whatever. He was part of the offense. That's all I'm saying. But they got Dillon Gabriel right here. They drafted him to be the third string. He was not supposed to be in the conversation for the starter. Yeah, you tripping. The motorcycle, no helmet, you tripping. The cops, yeah. They always be doing that shady stuff. Be turning on their lights and stuff just to get through a traffic or a traffic light. Yeah, see, now you reckless driving. You reckless driving. Man, they saying anything and everything. It don't matter. If you put Shedeur Sanders in front of it, it gonna get clicks. They don't think about that. They don't think about Travis winning the Heisman and who the quarterback throwing it to. They don't think about that. Like, he got, if you include Travis, he got 3 receivers drafted. One of them, and Jimmy Horn, shouldn't have been drafted at all. I don't care. The numbers was not there. But he had the speed and the athletic ability. I hope he do good. Yeah. Oh, no Shrek. How dare you say your name? Oh, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, we talked about that too. I know you just getting here. I ain't never seen you in here. Appreciate you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe and share and tell your friend about the money, man. You already know. But yeah, we talked about that. And on them closed OTAs, they had Shedeur running with the ones because ain't no way in the world Denzel Ward gonna say how Shedeur look if he running number one defense. If he running number one defense against Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, and Shedeur supposedly was on another field, How does Denzel Ward know what Shedeur is doing? Somebody pulled up Mary Kate criminal record. Yeah, the rookie they helped with the Brown with what it was 86, the receiver. And one of them, he got help get signed. I don't want to hear about Jimmy with hurt. I don't want to hear nothing about Jimmy with hurt. Go look at the numbers. The year before that and the years before that. Go look at the numbers. Nah, I ain't hear that. I ain't hear about the Vanderbilt quarterback. Talking about coach said he would not start him over Shedeur at Jackson State. Look. Yeah, I'm out here. I would have did, hey, trade me. But 100 million talk different though. I know 100 million talk different. But they must told him all he needed to know was they gonna get rid of Deshaun. That's probably what they told Myles Garrett, and they probably the only thing. Look, we getting rid of Deshaun. You ain't gotta worry about nothing else. That's probably what they said. Yeah, Vanderbilt where Shepard came from. Yep, that's who should have been drafted. No, Jimmy numbers wasn't low because of injuries. No. All 4 years? No. I know they love Jimmy at Carolina. I'm not saying I don't like Jimmy as a person, but Jimmy as a football player, bro, you got to show me something. Oh, he gonna have? I guess he might. You let he get stronger. What her name? Dang. Ain't nothing coming up with her. I hope that ain't her address. Who had that? Ain't nothing coming up. I don't see nothing about that. They ain't gonna let me be the GM. I'll tear everything up. We'll actually start winning. And they went like that. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Reply. What you talking about? Mary Kate's son? Ain't nobody want. Brown don't want to win. I don't know what y'all seen. I don't see nothing. Oh, wherever they found it at, they must got access to something I don't. I'm just on the regular internet. They're the same thing about college football and Colorado football. Wasn't nobody watching until Dillon got there, and Shedeur and Travis. Now the NFL the same way. When nobody watching, they want to see what's gonna happen with Shedeur. They want to see if he's gonna do good or they want to see if he's gonna fail. And a lot of them want him to fail, just like a lot of them want him to do good. But vice versa, it's still gonna be the same divide. Pulling records. I don't know where y'all seen that from. You know, AI is real. They already done made Shedeur salary probably quadrupled already, and we ain't even played a game yet. It makes no sense to draft the quarterback next year. That's what I don't understand about the Browns and them talking about that the Browns got 2 number 1 draft picks to draft the quarterback next year. Look, what quarterback in next year's draft is better than Shedeur, let alone Cam Ward? Ain't none of them quarterbacks did nothing in college. Nothing. They only won a few games. That's it. That makes no sense. And Arch Manning coming out in 27. He ain't even coming out next year. What she told you on TikTok? None of them. They talking about her criminal record. I couldn't find that on the regular internet. It's a bunch of hype. That's what I'm saying. They ain't did nothing. Now, if they go out there and throw for over 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, then I come, okay, he better than Shedeur. He better than Cam Ward. They're the receiver right there, 86. I don't understand what they see. But, once again, it ain't got Shedeur in there. It ain't got Travis in there. It ain't a weak quarterback class that they say, like this year's was. I don't know what considered a weak or a strong quarterback class. I don't know what considers that. Or if the overall quarterback class as a whole is just overweighted at the top, and then you say it ain't no depth in the other positions, but you could say that every year. Because a lot of these quarterbacks that got drafted first round, second round, they in the league 3-4 years and gone. No matter what round they got picked, especially first and second. So you can't tell me just because a quarterback get drafted in the first round, he's going to be good or he is good. That makes no sense. Cause I done seen it. It's been seen multiple times in the NFL that it don't matter what round you get picked. If you ball out and you can play, you're going to make the team and you're going to do good. Just because you get drafted in the first round does not guarantee that you're a superstar or none of that. Jamarcus Russell, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Brock Osweiler, Sam Bradford, who else? I'm naming quarterbacks now. Who else? What's his name? Mitchell Trubisky, Zach Wilson. It does not mean that you are a good quarterback. Them boys got Mitchell Trubisky and Zach Wilson went number 2 and 3 overall as a quarterback in their draft. And ain't now one of them better than Shedeur. Now one. Trey Lance. There go another one. This man is trash. He got drafted by the Jets. I'm about to get off in a minute. This man with a number 2 pick.
With Cynthia, Charles Davis here as well as we discuss the most important.
The number 2 pick. Trash. One of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Third overall pick. They went to back in the same draft. Wilson and Trey Lance. This man was supposed to be the next quarterback of the future for the 49ers. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. The last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. Got $100 million. This dude's still trying to stay in the NFL. He was the 3rd overall pick. 3rd overall pick. Look, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence went 1. He still got a big question mark. He was the number 1 overall pick, got a question mark. Zach Wilson, number 2, trash. Trey Lance, trash. Come on, Kyle Pitts got a question mark. The only one they're playing good is Chase and Waddle and J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith. Right now, Justin Fields better than all of them. He got picked number 11. Like, come on now. I'm telling you, it don't matter where you pick. It don't matter where you picked. The first 3 in this draft was quarterbacks. And next year, 22, they ain't even draft a quarterback in the 1st round. Until, guess who? Kenny Pickett. He picked Kenny Pickett at 20, the Steelers. And guess what? He trash. Look at this.
Say hi, rather, to Sherry Burris again on.
Mel Kiper said, then they put Andy Dalton in prime years. Mel Kiper said the NFL ain't got the quarterback. They have not evaluated the quarterback position right in over 50 years. Kenny Pickett was the only quarterback drafted in the 1st round in 2022. And he's still trying to fight for a job. Bryce Young, 3rd year. If he don't do nothing, I'm telling you, if he don't do nothing, he gonna be a big question mark. Anthony Richardson. You can go down every draft and see a quarterback got drafted in the top 1st round, just period, 1st round, that is trash. And you telling me, no. You ain't gonna tell me just because you get a quarterback in the 1st round, he gonna be good. No. Cleveland, if you listening, you get them 2 first-round picks next year, you gonna get your receiver and an offensive lineman. Don't draft no quarterback. Jane Daniels went number 2. Drake May went number 3. Caleb Williams went number 1. Question mark on Caleb Williams, but we gonna see. Jaden Daniels, can he duplicate that? Michael Penix, finally about to start. We're gonna see what he do for a full season. See what I'm talking about? J.J. McCarthy, the same thing. Bo Nix, Can he duplicate what he did last year or better? See what I'm saying? We in their second year and still got question marks. Like, come on now. Can Jaden Daniels repeat what he did? And then we got Cam Ward. What he gonna do? Now, don't y'all be surprised and alarmed if Cam Ward go out there and he starts struggling. I don't want to hear none of that. They just gonna say, oh, well, he is a rookie. Because he was the number 1 overall pick. And I'm getting tired of them saying that, well, it can't be about race. If the number 1 pick was a black quarterback, it ain't the same. Different player, different status coming into the draft. Different status overall, period. Family is not well known. His dad is not a Hall of Famer, Dillon Sanders. Same thing with Caleb Williams. Dad is not a Hall of Famer who had everybody hating on him already. Then he a good coach in college football. People dislike him because his personality or whatever is different factors. You can't compare Cam Ward going number 1 to Shedeur getting drafted 5th round when they not coming from the same place. They not coming from the same place. They got Calvin Ridley. That's about all I can say. I was mad the Falcons got rid of him. That was stupid. Now we got Drake London. Like Drake London, boy, you better not even try to be Julio, let alone Roddy White or Calvin Ridley. Well, you ain't even close to none of them. Boy, soft. Anyway, Joe Burrow had that good 2 seasons. Hey, he a good quarterback though, but we still got to see. Tua, concussions. Justin Herbert. Their class, you can say pretty strong, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Love. But see, he's set. Jordan Love set. Hey, like I said, it ain't about where you get drafted. It's about the player. Kyler Murray. Who else in the draft? Dwayne Haskins, RIP. But he wasn't that good. They were the only 2 quarterbacks in the first round. Oh, Daniel Jones. My bad. I skipped him. Number 6 overall. We see how that's going. They ain't need 2 quarterbacks. Because they ain't even get rid of Will Levy or whatever. And the Jets missed twice. Because they drafted Sam Darnold, and he was trash until last year. Sam Darnold was trash until last year. Baker Mayfield. Cleveland had, once again, 2 first-round picks, 1 and 4. What, they trying to duplicate this? Get a quarterback and a corner or a top defensive player? Everybody need an O-line. Well, you got Josh Allen going number 7 to the Bills, the best quarterback probably in this draft. And then you got Josh Rosen. Don't nobody know him. 10th pick. Come on, you get my point? I'm just rambling now. Okay, I'm about to get off. Lamar Jackson, 32. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, the best quarterbacks in this draft. One went 7, the other went 32. Yeah, like some of these dudes out the league already that was drafted in the first round. Yeah, I want to see how Penix do. JJ, hey, after what Sam Darnold did, he got a lot to live up to. But 2017 here it is. Myles Garrett went number 1. It's a thing up there with Cleveland picking number 1, ain't it? Chicago, Mitchell Trubisky. This dude trying to still make it. He holding on. Deshaun Watson, 12. And then he got drafted by Houston from the Browns through the Eagles. Then he ended up on the Browns. And he about to be out the league. You see where I'm going with this? Idiot, my cousin got drafted. $55, $23. You can't trade Flacco. Cleveland, they were giving up a lot of sacks. Hey, him total 75 grade, 6.1. Dan Williams. Prototype with Alabama defensive tackle wins with leverage, power and technique, Thompson power frame, and ability to stack the run between the tackle could make him a scheme flexible target in the draft. While he is likely to be drafted as a run bully, his history of operating Alabama stunt twist oriented defense could help keep him on the field on third down for teams using a similar concept. Turner has a chance to become an early starter and should work into a defensive line rotation immediately. Man, 45 minutes now is around about up on edge on probably with easy. Only on switch, slow switch, twitch, defender with lack quickness and natural long off the snap, both pass rush. Success comes via twist and up gains up front. Not a threat to beat interior. Pad protection with rush move, make predictive. Better pad rush charge. And don't go in no pocket push as a bull rush. But yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I gotta go. Yeah, get rid of Pickett. He on Arizona. He was on the Browns the last 2 seasons. Now he on Arizona. They released him. They released him this summer. Well, this offseason. He was on the Browns the last 2 seasons. Oh, you like him a lot. Oh, that good. Oh, now you on Arizona. Hey, man, we still doing the 50K giveaway. If you want to enter, comment, prime time giveaway, Shedeur 12 to win a Shedeur jersey. Hey, we're going to do the pick for the winner next Friday. It's right now, it's next Friday. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it then. I'm going to pick the winner live. We're going to live stream it, I'll announce it and all that. When we're going to start it in wet time. And, you know, we'll do it like that. I'm going to, like, try to get a spinning wheel and just pick a random name and do it like that. Yeah, he probably could. But, yo, they're going to do it. I got to go. But y'all already know what time it is.
But a name Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From primetime blood, now the whole city waving. From Colorado lights to the dog pound nation. Shedeur the savior, straight domination. Let's roll. Got a chip on my shoulder, they ain't see the vision. Now I'm throwing dimes, cooking up in every division. Every setback had to turn it to precision. Now the city got hope, I'm the one on a mission. From college dreams to the NFL lights. Manifested every pass in them cold nights. Now I'm in the land where the underdogs bite. QB1. it's my time, take flight. Shedeur to the land, yeah, he bout to go crazy. From primetime blood, now the whole city waving. From Camelot lights to the dog pound nation. Shedeur the savior, straight domination. From the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Built different bread for the moments that matter. Cleveland, we bout to shock the whole world. Explosion back in a full beat. Drow. Shedeur to the land, whole city got a plan. Gold jacket dreams and it started in the land.
You just got a QB like no other. Shedeur Sanders.
It's time. Came out the mud, now I'm stepping in gold. Draft day, call, got the keys to
From prime to the pros, I was built for this. Now I'm running the dog pound, can't miss. They said I fold, now I'm throwing like 6. Browns got the future, I came with a gift. Pocket so calm, heart full of fight. Vision on gold, wrist full of ice. Number 12 on the jersey, but never in rank. Put the city on my back like gas in the tank.
QB1 in the land, now we up. She ain't cold, but the kid too tough. She with the dance, playing each play. Browns got the truth, believe what I say.
Perfect timing. Dog pound.
Every snap, every drive, it's precision and grace. I ain't come to play safe, I came to replace. Talk that talk, but my game too loud. Turn up the dog pound, make prime proud. Legacy rich, but I double the grind. Diamonds on time, still humble in mind. They ain't ready for the QB with swag. With a gold AP and a Cleveland flag.
QB1 in the land, now we up. Still ain't cold, but the kid too tough. Shade you with the dance, blazing each play. Hey, Ross got the truth, believe what I say.
From bolder nights to NFL dreams, now I'm leading men, not just teams. They tried to doubt, tried to shade, tried to run me out. Now they chant my name in the dog pound.